Chapter 5 of the How to Sell Homes for Top Dollar. We're talking about staging your home and preparing it on the inside for buyers to view and fall in love with, just like we did in the last chapter by talking about creating that curb appeal to make them fall in love when they drive up to the front door and see the home from the outside. Now we want to make them fall in love on the inside. And we're going to do this two ways. First of all, by decluttering and cleaning out all of the unnecessary stuff in the home. You're already going to move anyways, so you're going to have to pack it all up. You may as well just go ahead and get a head start and do that now. So that way when people come in, they will be able to see themselves living in that property. If it's got all of your personal stuff, it may detract from them enjoying it. Or you've probably heard the old expression, one man's junk is another man's treasure. So what's a treasure to you, others may not value. And we want to clear all that out just to make the home feel more open, clean, free, airy. An interesting story that I heard a while back. The realtor said that he got a call from a couple who wanted to sell their home and they wanted him to help them buy a new home. So he asked why they wanted to sell their home and they said, oh, we've been living here a long time and it feels cramped. We want to move into a bigger place. So he said, okay. So he made the same suggestions. Let's go ahead, clean it out, clear out all of the stuff, unnecessary items, and let's put it up for sale. So he went away. A couple days later, a couple called him up and said, hey, we don't want to sell our home anymore. Yes, why not? He said, well, after we cleaned out all of our stuff, the house feels open and roomy again, which was what we wanted. So now we just want to continue living here. So cleaning out all of that stuff that you've collected over the years. That's funny because I've just been thinking over the last few days, I've been to several homes where people were moving out and that was the exact thing that they said. They were like, I can't believe I've collected so many things. I've been living here for the past 2 years. I moved down to Florida with just a suitcase and my dog. And when I went to pack everything up, I needed a U-Haul practically to get everything out of here. That was after I threw everything out, so I don't know how I collected all this stuff in such a short amount of time. But that's the main idea. You just want to clear out all that clutter, give that house a nice, open, roomy feeling. Clear out all of your personal things so that people can visualize themselves there in putting their stuff into the home. And we're going to talk also, you'll read in the chapter about whether you should stay in the home while you're showing it and trying to sell it, or if you should move out. There are pros and cons to both of those, and you'll read about those here in the book. So once you clear everything out, you can stage it, which is preparing it to look nice, give it that homey feel. If you move everything out completely, you can even stage it with a professional decorator's furniture and decorations so that it looks nice. And I wanted to just point out a couple of important things here in the book. This section it talks about, gives you some examples of staged versus non-staged case study and report. Two very similar townhouses. One sold for $40,000 more than the other simply because it had been staged and they took higher quality, more attractive photos of the house. So here's some surveys conducted by Coldwell Banker and the National Association of Realtors. Just some extra statistics here. Staged homes spent 50% less time on the market than homes that were not staged. So people came in, fell in love with those homes. They could visualize themselves there with those nice things, and they bought it more quickly, bought it for a higher price. Staged homes sold for more than 6% above asking price. So on a $300,000 home, excuse me, that would be an extra $18,000 on a $500,000 home. That would be what, an extra $30,000 on an $800,000 home. You're looking at $48,000 more. So the staging it, spending a little bit of money to stage it by a professional, can actually be an investment that will produce much more money for you. So just some examples there. Staging investment of 1 to 3% of the asking price generates an ROI of between 8 to 10%. So that ROI is your return on investment. So you might spend a little bit to decorate it and make it look nicer, but you'll get that money back. Home staged prior to listing sold 79% faster than homes staged after listing. So that's just basically saying that when the realtor got the home ready for sale and posted it on the MLS, so if it was staged before the listing, it sold 79% faster than those that were staged after. Anyways, just a couple of quick things that I wanted to point out there about the importance of staging your home. So when you get ready to sell your home, think about the staging. If you have a realtor helping you, discuss your options with them. Sometimes they can help you with some basic items if you want to go all out. There are companies that will do everything for you and make it look really, really nice. But we'll discuss those more in future videos. So go ahead, read the chapter, dive in, and then ask your questions, and I'll see you in the next section.